Hello everyone, welcome. I'm very excited to be joined by Shannon Rayne, who is the writer and director of the short film The Procedure, which is the recipient of the 2019 MiTribe Short Film Fund. Shannon, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm Shannon Rayne. I am primarily a screenwriter, but I started out in performance. So I was on the stage an awful lot as a live storyteller and collaborator, doing very strange performances and poetry. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, I decided to do my MFA in creative writing at UBC. And it was there where I got to first experience screenwriting classes and the joy that really comes from writing screenplays and shorts and features and television. And I also had the really good fortune actually where I got to take a few production courses at UBC, which was great. And since then, I've just been writing more screenplays and made a short film last year. And this is my first directing live action film, which I'm really excited by.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're excited to be working with you. So give us the log line. Tell us the log line and a short story synopsis. Tell us about The Procedure.
Sure. The Procedure is a short drama. Sometimes I want to say dramedy because there's comedic elements, but it's really a short drama about a young woman who's struggling with her indecision around an unplanned pregnancy. And she is trying to make sense of fears that are manifesting as different versions of her future and her future children.
Yeah, that's excellent. It's a good premise. And I love the premise as soon as I read it, and I love the script even more. Fantastic writer. Why was it important to you to tell this particular story? How did it come to you?
I think for me, I'm often drawn towards stories from women that don't often fit the mold of what we often talk about, particularly if there's anything around stigma or shame around those stories. And when I first started reading research, I used to be a women's health researcher for almost 10, 15 years. When I first discovered the research that says that sometimes women who feel pressured or coerced into a termination procedure, that can really impact their mental health after that happens. That was a story I had not seen depicted before. And that was something that had happened to a few friends of mine in high school where they felt pressured into an abortion procedure where they may not have maybe come to that decision themselves without that additional pressure when they were feeling vulnerable. And so it was a story I really wanted to tell on film. And it was a story that I actually tried not to write for a while. But I just kept calling at me. So
Absolutely, and it's a very important story too. And it's actually a story you were working on for a while. You actually pitched it to the MiTribe Short Film Fund in 2018.
I did.
And so, if you don't get it this year, you just pitched it the next year, which I admire because that's important. You got to be able to deal with rejection. Sometimes it's not always going to work out, but tell us a little bit about that. Their persistence, the importance of persistence.
Sure. I guess I always sort of hold the idea that if something you write or something you create places in a long list or a short list or top two or what have you, that's I think fuel to think about, well, what can I do next time to push it over the edge, to get more people interested in it or intrigued by it. And actually the first time I pitched it to what's it called, Crazy Eights.
Yes.
And at that point, that was the first time I'd ever pitched something. I didn't quite realize that you want to hook people with the story and not all the different things you're going to do and which room you're going to shoot in and those kinds of things. So then I learned how to pitch. And then when I pitched it to you guys last year, to me it was just more reason to think about pitching it again.
Yeah, excellent, yeah. So anyone out there, repitch, because so many fantastic ideas and we wanted to pick them all, but we ended up with this one this year. But definitely think about repitching either with the script that you wrote for this year or a completely different script, a different story that you have in mind. Tell us about the team that you've assembled. We are very excited to be on board, but who else do you have? Who are you bringing to the table to shoot this?
Well, the team is still being created as we speak,
Of course.
but right now I'm really excited that I'll be working with Warren Fulton. Warren Fulton is someone I've known ever since I came to Vancouver about 12 years ago, and we've collaborated in the past on poetry projects and sort of dramatic projects, and we did a short together once as well, and so he'll be my first AD. Which I'm really excited by because he has been working in the film industry for a very long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really lucky to have him.
Yeah.
Also have Rob Smith on board, who's an extremely talented editor. He mostly has been working in the UK, but he's been in Vancouver about 1.5 years now. And also really lucky to have him.
Yeah.
He was my editor in my experimental film last year as well, so it's really great to have Rob on board.
Yeah, you've got some great talent. I'm excited to work with all of you. So, let's say you were to show the procedure in a movie theater. Have a bunch of people watch it. And at the end of the screening, everyone's walking out in the movie theater. What would you like them to leave that movie theater thinking about? What are you hoping this film will make people think about?
I guess I want audiences to walk away thinking about the emotional complexity of an unplanned pregnancy, but also how every story is different. You know, some women will feel empowered by making that decision. Other women will feel pressured into making that decision. Other women might feel guilt or shame. There's no one story. It's complex. And I think the other thing I would love, also like from someone like me who used to work in policy, health policy research, thinking about how can we use film to impact people and what they think about. You know, I guess I want people to think about, are you doing something when someone tells you that they're pregnant that is putting pressure on them to consider one option? Or are you instead listening to her first? And then maybe not offering an opinion unless it is sought after.
Yes.
You know?
It's very important. It's very important. Well, awesome. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to be working with you, our short film fund recipient this year. We're going to be shooting sometime in August, and then we'll have a trailer ready for everyone at the annual MiTribe party on November 2nd, 2019. So we'll have updates for you then. Shannon, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good day.